So you just got a new Hunter controller, the Pro C. This happens to be the second version of this Pro C, and you want to know how to program it for yourself. Let's start by programming the time and date. Right now, it's 4:06 on the 22nd of May. So we know that it's 2024. So we're going to hit the plus button up here to get that to go to 2024. Now we're going to move to the date by pressing the right arrow. We're on January. We want to get up to the month we're in. Then we're going to go to the date by hitting the right arrow. Now that's blinking. We're going to move that up to 22, which is today. And then we're going to move the right arrow again. And now we're showing the time right now. And like I said, it's 4:06 p.m. So we've got AM there. We're going to hit this plus to move it to PM. And then we're going to go to the right to start messing with the hours. I'm going to go ahead and put it to 4 o'clock there. And then do the minutes by hitting the right arrow. Go down to, 4:07, right? Bingo. So now we have the time set. The next thing on the dial is the starting time. This is the time that your irrigation system will start. It's showing program A. The first start time will be 8 a.m. If you'd like to edit that while it's blinking on the time, you would just adjust it. And my recommendation would be to start your system at 4 a.m. If you happen to have a system where you want multiple starting times, you would hit the right arrow to show the second start time. Most systems only use one start time to run through the program one time. This controller, if you hit the program button, has 3 programs, A, B, and C. Most people only use the first program. There are reasons to use the other programs if you're watering different types of plants and you want different types of schedules for them, but the standard schedule always exists on program A. The next thing on the dial here is your run times. This is going to be for each of your zones. So in this case, this is a 4-zone controller, so this will only go up to 4 zones and then back to the whole runtime. So we're looking at program A, and since we put a start time on program A, we're only going to work with program A in our programming here. So for a spray zone, I would say about 10 minutes is enough. Now, I'm not at your house today, so I can't tell you if 10 minutes for your zones is going to be enough or not, but generally speaking, 10 minutes is enough for a spray zone. We'll say zone 2 is a rotor zone. We're going to go ahead and give the rotor zone 25 minutes to irrigate the rotor zone. We're not going to put anything on 3 or 4 for this example. We're just going to call this a 2-zone system. This controller can be modified up to 13 with standard modules and all the way up to 23 if you have some advanced modules. So now that we've got the run times on program A, so we'll go back through them. Zone 1 is 10 minutes. Zone 2 is 25 minutes. 3 and 4 are zeroed. And then when the number disappears, that is your total run time for the whole program right there. 35 minutes in our case because we scheduled the 2 zones the way we did. And that's program A. Let's go ahead to watering days. Right now, all the watering days are on. If I wanted to start turning them off, I would hit the minus button and it's automatically going to advance to the next day. So let's say we do want to water on Tuesday. We'll hit the plus button and Tuesday stayed. Let's say we don't want to water on Wednesday, but we do want to water on Thursday, but not Friday or Saturday or Sunday. We've just set the controller to water only on Tuesdays and Thursdays in this case. This next movement on the dial says pump. Now, it does say pump, but if you have a city water system or a master valve and it's connected to that screw, well, then you're going to need the pump to be on in order for voltage to travel out of that MP/MV screw at the bottom there. If you have this set to off, it won't send any voltage out of that. So you won't turn on your pump and you won't open your master valve if that's not on. So make sure that's on, unless you're not using it, of course. The other thing to note on here is your seasonal adjust. Let's say you have 50 zones on the property and you don't want to go through the whole controller to adjust all of them down or up by 10%. You would just come in here. Let's say it's been really hot out and we want to give all the zones 10% more water. We put this at 110%. And now it's going to take the runtime that we programmed over here and it's going to run that, and then it's already done it for us. That 10-minute runtime just turned into 11 minutes because we set the seasonal adjust to 110. Now watch, if I set it to 120, go right back to the runtimes, it's already adjusted the runtimes for me. So that's how, and it adjusts the runtimes on all zones when you do that. So the runtime is now 30 minutes instead of 25 minutes on zone 2 because of that seasonal adjustment. The next thing on here is the solar sync settings. If your controller or your system doesn't have a solar sync on it, there's nothing you're going to be able to do in this section. So you can go ahead and skip to the next thing on the dial, which is your manual run. If you wanted to turn on zone number 1, all you would have to do, let me turn it to the off position. Let me show you what it would look like when you walk out to your controller. We got to let the off stop blinking. Now the controller's off. Now the controller's set in the automatic position. But let's say you walk out there and say, hey, I want to turn on zone number 1. Move this dial to manual. You see zone number 1 there. Move it back to run. And now zone number 1 is running. Oh, but I want to go to zone 2. You just hit the right arrow. Now you're on zone 2. Since you're watching my video, I can't help but to show you a trick. Instead of going through all of that to test your zones, you can automatically go through all of your zones by holding down this program button and selecting an amount of time that each of the zones are going to run for. So if I leave it like this, it's going to run every zone on the controller that is programmed for 1 minute. There's my 59-second countdown. And if I were to advance this, the next zone only has 1 minute. And we can do that for the whole controller to test the system. Now, it's going to run out of that minute, and it's automatically going to go to zone 3, if there was a zone 3. If you have any questions about programming a Hunter Pro C controller, put them down there in the comments section. I'll help you out.